Hi everybody, this is Pramita here, and today we're going to make a page topper of the trifold that we had created a way back. And as I said, it's my resolution to complete all the backlog projects that I had started, and this was one of them. So I had used a kind of brown paper packaging as the base of the journal cover, but I had promised to show you how I'm going to be adding or creating a page topper. So here are the few things that I have chosen. Some book page, music paper, some tag in a grungy style, image of a lady, some vintage laces, and some netted material. Also, I have a few labels and a strip with 3 buttons. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ink all the edges of this book page, and I plan on adding this book page on the packaging that I already have on the cover, because that would give a little bit of strength as well as height, and it will be easy for me to sew also, because I'm going to sew everything together. But they are going to be that's going to be happening in stages. So like I'm going to be placing this at an angle and then placing the tag. So there are 3 layers going on and they will be stitched together. So here what I have done is I've stitched the music paper and the book page on that piece of packaging, and then I'm going to line this add this tag and stitch around it, and I'll be back. So I have stitched around it, and also I've punched a hole, added a sari silk just to add a little bit of color to the project, then I'm going to layer the laces and see how it goes. So I just am trying to guesstimate how it's going to look. So I'll probably either be closing this on the top or maybe this way, because this looks better. So this journal that I'm creating is kind of on the grungier side, but that's okay. Sometimes we need to do that also. And I'm using some netting material now. I usually like to use a kind of tactile element, as well as something to give something to blur the vision, you can say, because when you add something like that, it kind of adds not only texture but also it blurs your vision at certain points. And here I have a piece of tea dyed lace, which I will see if I can fit that in. A number that I had in my stash, I had designed that myself, with the plan that I will be adding that as a kit of accents in mini clusters. But it didn't happen, but I had printed those out, so maybe it's going to happen sometime in the near future. So this is how it looks. So I'm going to be gluing certain things down so that it's easy for me to sew them. So I'm just going to glue this. Now all the elements that I'm using have been inked ahead of time, just to save some little bit of time. And that's it. And now I have that image which I will be layering on that, and I'm going to be putting a little bit of glue on these netted materials as well as the laces, so that they don't move about when I sew them. But I'm not going to put a lot of glue, because it would make no difference at all, because as I said, I'm going to be stitching all these. So I'm just adding a little bit of glue just to hold them together till I stitch. And yeah, so I'm going to be placing that at an angle, and I'm going to be placing the image of that lady on top. Now this is going to go over here, but that will come later on. I need to take off this extra bit, which I felt was totally unnecessary. And I'm going to be placing that there, and then will come this image. Now what I planned on doing is give this image a little bit of height. So I I will stitch this first and I'll be back to show you what I've done. So I'm going to be putting a kind of packaging again at the back of this image, because this will not only make this image sturdy, but it will also add a kind of a subtle height, you can say, and help this to stand out a little bit. So that is why I'm using a little bit of glue, but as I said, I'm definitely going to be sewing around it, so I don't need to cover everything with glue. So I'm going to be stitching around this, and then I will come back and show you. So I have basically sewn everything together. I am going to be placing this at the bottom of the topper as I had planned. So I'm going to be placing this, okay, and in the meantime what I've done is I've just sewn around the image, but I've not sewn the image on the topper itself. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue so that it doesn't move about when I'm sewing, and also I'm going to sew around this, and also I'm going to tuck this number in, and just a little bit, not much, and I'm going to put this at an angle, okay. And now I'm going to be stitching all around this and come back to show you how it looks. So now I have stitched around the entire thing, as you can see, and I still need to put this button on, and I'm just trying to figure out where I need to put the button, but eventually I put it where I had designed it to be put down. So when I was planning this out, I knew the layers that I would like to use, and usually I start out like this. So I'm going to be using this, not here, because it's going to cover the word vintage. I don't want that. I don't want it there, but I also wanted something longitudinally, so probably I'm going to put it at the top as I had envisioned. So I'm going to be gluing that down. So what I did was I had these little fabric scraps. I just stitched some buttons onto it, and that way you can make these ahead of time and then use it wherever you feel they are suitable, because the colors that I usually go with are very, very neutral, as you can see for yourself. And I'm just going to glue that down over there. That's it. So this is how it will look. Now I'm going to be using this PVA glue, but this glue is very, very sturdy. It works on fabric as well as on paper, and the best thing is that the glue doesn't show through. So it's very thick, its water content is very little, and it works beautifully. So I'm super happy with this new glue that I've discovered that is pretty affordable and does the job so well. So this is how it's looking. I hope you people like what you see. If you like this video, then please hit the like button. If you would like to see more of these kind of videos, then please subscribe to my channel and support me. And I'll put all the links to my shop as well as other social media below. Also, some of my favorite shops that are listed in the description box with the permission of all those shops, because I would not do anything without their permission. And that's it. So this is what the topper looks like, and I hope you people are enjoying these kind of videos. I will try and bring more videos under 10 minutes so that you can watch them on the go. You can catch them very easily, no fuss kind of videos. Thank you.